Hey YouTube, just a quickie, reloading bench back with you once again. And here is what the vertical slide milling table looks like mounted to the actual lathe. I've got, I love this, by the way. So you can't see it right now, but I'll take the camera off tripod to show you the hole that's right around there that I'm trying to, as you can see, this is version number 2 that I'm working on. I took one of the bits, the end mills, and I've had the best luck with this size. I don't know if that's a lathe thing or a material thing or whatever, but when I do finish this, I'm going to use the cutoff wheel to see if that goes through the material any easier, as opposed to trying to mill it off again. But again, just experimenting as I learn. Again, there's the lamp in action. Whoops. And I'm loving the stop. And if I can't make my carriage lock, I think what I'll end up doing is buying another one of these stops. And that's not good because it's too high for this particular thing. But when this isn't here, this stop is quite effective for the normal tool post. And I think what I'll effectively do is get another one on the other side so that if I needed to lock it in place, I could lock it front and back. Again, I can't seem to let this idea go, so that's where that is. But I mean, that's a pretty cool little device for what it is and what it's able to do for me for my very minor milling. But again, a better route to go would be to get an end mill. So that may be in the future. That'll be in the future more so than a 3D printer, that's for sure. But I'll take off tripod and show you what that irritating hole looks like where I'm trying to build this stop. So back in a second. All right, so this is my M6 hole that goes all the way through. In fact, this is from my original tool post. So this is the only thing I have, that hole. This hole is for whatever's mounting back here to keep the cross slide on. So this is not a usable hole. The only hole I can use to make a carriage lock is this one. So it's all or nothing for here. I've seen what other people are doing, and everything I've done fails. So we will continue to experiment and make dust. Well, good day, YouTube. Reloading bench back with you once again as I try and maneuver around the lathe. I had an epiphany last night because I just couldn't give up on the idea of making my carriage lock work. So as I was tinkering and milling and remilling and whatever, I came to the brilliant idea, since my first attempt at this had a tap that was at an angle. I'm going to modify my first attempt by using this end mill to give me enough of a relief that I can press fit this particular nut that has a washer in it on the bottom of my first attempt at the carriage lock, with the idea being that a press fit nut, every time I would turn the screw or the bolt, it would raise or lower this particular bar. And because I have the tap at such a slight angle, I'm going to ream or drill, same difference for me, a larger hole. So essentially the only thing controlling this bar would be the press fit nut. So that's the plan, as opposed to starting from scratch and doing everything again to get me to the same point. We'll see if that works. I have everything set up measurement wise, so we'll see if that end mill does the trick for me. Later. There is my beautiful hole, and we'll see if that fits. All right, hopefully persistence pays. So that is my end mill, hopefully fit. We'll see how that works. This may have to get turned down just a tad. Again, we'll see how that fits. And then this was enlarged, so hopefully the idea being something like that. And then my 2 pins. So we will do some press fitting later. Well, here's the reamed and press fit, with the idea being that that would raise and lower it. So I'll put my pins in and set it in there and see if it actually works. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, she is not pretty. Not pretty, but she worky. And what was funny was I was playing again with the end mill, and I went to move my my stop slash whatever you want to call this, not carriage lock, but you know, can be used as a carriage lock in terms of stopping in either, if I tighten it, in either direction, or at least that was the idea. So I was doing something, I went to flip to the other side, and I realized that the slide was in the wrong spot, or at least it was in a difficult spot. And let me clean a little bit of that off so I can move it. So to show or to demonstrate free movement, and yeah, it's not pretty, and it doesn't have a cutesy lock on it, but you know, if I had to lock the carriage, I mean, I could probably force it, but don't need to do that either. But I'll call that a lock. You know, it's not moving. And again, I could probably force it because it's brass, and brass against steel, the softer metal will always win. But it gives me my functional carriage lock that I didn't have, that I wanted. So we're going to put this project to rest. So now we have free movement, and I guess because of my cuts and having to shave things and move things along, we're going to leave it there and call it design done. So functional design, it works. Is it the prettiest? No, but we are done with that project. That one was a booty kicker. Later.